Hi everyone, it's Steve from itmakessenseblog.com, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to shoot your first YouTube video, so stay tuned. So to shoot your first video, you're gonna need a camera. Now you can start off with an iPhone or an Android device. I'm shooting on a camera, or you can use a webcam. The second thing you're gonna need is you're going to need content. What are you gonna talk about? What topics are you gonna discuss? What are you gonna show? Are you gonna talk about how to do something? Are you gonna do entertainment? Are you gonna teach? That's the second thing you need to consider when you're shooting a YouTube video, is what your content is going to be. The third thing you need to consider is where you're going to shoot, your scene. Are you going to shoot outside? Are you going to shoot inside like I am? Or are you going to shoot at your computer? Now, I shoot most of my videos at my computer in my basement. Unfortunately, I have to use a backdrop because my walls are a little banged up, and right now I'm in the process of remodeling my room. The fourth thing you need to consider is your lighting. Now, if you're shooting outside, you'll have nice natural light. And if you're shooting inside next to a window, you'll have natural light as well. Now, when I'm shooting in my basement, I don't have enough lighting, so I have to have this portable light that I use. You want to make sure that you have really good lighting, because no one wants to just watch a black screen and hear your voice. Hello? Hello, you can turn the lights back on. The fifth thing you need to consider is the sound. Now, if you're using a smartphone like this, you can use the microphone built in. So right now it's just me talking, so I have a lapel mic. However, if you're shooting with multiple people, then you probably want to invest in a microphone that goes on top of the camera.
Who are you even talking to?
I'm talking to the camera.
Oh.
Or if you're shooting at your computer, you can use a podcasting mic, like I use this Yeti Nano. Number 6 is your plan. You need to have an outline of what you're going to talk about, what your content's going to be, where you're going to shoot, and if you want, you can even script it. For instance, this is the plan I had for this video. Now, number 7 is your appearance. Now, you might not necessarily think about this. However, if you're shooting your first video, you're gonna be nervous. Now, you wanna dress where you're the most confident. Wear something that's comfortable, something that makes you feel good, so you present your best self when you're shooting your first video. Now that you have your plan, now that you're dressed, now number 8, you have to do your setup. You have to set up your tripod, you have to set up your camera, set up your frame. So if you're in the center of the frame, or if you're on the left or the right, you want your background to be more interesting. Now, you also want to make sure that your microphone is on. I've shot over 10 minutes worth of footage and realized that my microphone wasn't on, so don't make the same mistake that I did. You also want to make sure that your camera's in focus, whether you're using a camera like I am, like the Canon, or if you're using your webcam. Number 9, now that you have everything set up and you're ready to go, now it's the hard part. You have to talk. So you can talk like I am, freestyle in front of a camera, or you can do it in front of a computer. What I also do in some of my videos is I use a teleprompter. If you are going to use a teleprompter, make sure it's natural and it doesn't look like you are reading it, because you don't want to sound, what's that word? Robotic. You can also do what's called jump cuts, which is you record 2 to 3 sentences or 2 to 3 paragraphs and then you edit it out. However, you want to make sure that it isn't obnoxious. Now that you've done the hard part, number 10, it's time to edit it. So here's where you can take out all your little mistakes, all your little ums and ahs.
Oh. Yeah, can you please edit that out?
You can add graphics, you can add captions, you can add music if you want. However, you don't want to overdo it. You want your video to flow nice and natural. You want to make it a very good experience for whoever's watching your videos. Now, I use a program called Camtasia because I use a PC. However, if you have a Mac, then I recommend ScreenFlow, and I'll leave a link down below for both of those programs. Now that you're done editing your video, comes number 11. You're going to export it from whatever video editing software you use, and then you're going to upload it to YouTube. And number 12, last but not least, you want to create a thumbnail. Now, your thumbnail is the first thing that someone's going to see before they click on your video. So what I do is, after I'm done shooting, I take a couple of shots of different poses or different facial expressions that I can use to then use for my thumbnail. Now, you want to make it as interesting as possible because you want what's called a really good click-through rate. And that means if someone sees your thumbnail, it's interesting enough where they're actually going to click on it and start watching your video. There's 2 different ways you can do your thumbnails. One is you can go to Fiverr.com and have someone make a thumbnail for you, or if you want to use a free program, you go to Canva.com and you can create your own thumbnails. So that is how you create your first YouTube video. The last piece of advice I will give you is once you upload your first video, don't be discouraged if you only get 1 or 2 views. It's going to take consistent uploading to YouTube before people start to notice you, before people start to see your videos, and before YouTube starts to take you seriously as a YouTube creator. So that's the last piece of advice I can give you is don't have high expectations of 1 million views on your very first video. So that's it for today's video. If you like it, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as I'm creating content all of the time related to passive income, how to grow an online business, and specifically affiliate marketing. And leave a comment down below if you have any questions regarding today's video or if you want to see any content going forward. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.